And welcome back to the UFS World Championship in Las Vegas, Nevada. Joining me here is Clint Badger himself. How you doing, Clint?
Oh, not bad, not bad. I had a good game. I lost.
Well,
so that was fun.
But, I mean, where did you place, if you could remind me? Top 8?
Where did you place, if you could remind me?
I won't, because I did not do as well.
Like one
so let's let's highlight the match here. You did extremely well in
game
Swiss.
one.
In
Swiss.
Swiss.
In Swiss. Oh, yeah.
Leading up to, let's talk about your tournament experience. Leading up to Swiss.
God. Yeah.
Man, that was crazy.
Okay, so there were 16 Zoes.
Yeah, you had the gauntlet of diversity.
There were 2 Zoes on good, so that's 14 left.
Right.
There were 14 on water.
Wow.
I believe 12 of those were the Rob Snyder net deck.
Yeah,
One of them was Rob Snyder.
Right, of course.
He lost to Thomas Gordon in Swiss, who was regarded as a low. I mean, he even regards himself as a lower
he regards
player.
himself as a lower seed.
Like when Thomas Gordon beats the guy who made his own deck.
Exactly. Oh, and a funny story about that. He actually Rob Snyder chose to go second, so he can go attack on one. But you know.
And then Thomas Gordon attacks him on one
and steamrolls him from there.
Yep.
Speaking of,
it's always fun like that.
But speaking of steamrolls, your game 1 against Garrett Brett. Wow.
Oh yeah,
That's a blur. And
this is why I'm kind of happy about my deck. Is that I'm not running that NetVic version. Like I've got all the spears, and I've got the Delta kicks, and
you're running 23 attacks. Is
23. Yeah, it's not a huge number.
Yeah. And what's interesting, if you want to like highlight some of the cards in your deck, I want to say that your numbers kind of surprised me. 1 Toy Touch and 1 Kachosin.
Oh, Kachosin is like that hot Garrett Brett tech.
Yeah.
Where everyone knows Zoe these days. Everyone knows you hold your highs for big things.
So if it's
like the hair trigger,
if you have the mid and it hits, your next multiple gets +3/+3. Is that correct?
So it's like Flying Spear, how that does 12 damage total. This does 11, but on a 3-check.
I mean, on a 3-check, that's a hard argument. And does the card have a block?
No block.
Okay.
So it's a little rough. But then again, if you look at Delta Kick, you look at Flying Spear, and you look at Cowboy Battery, they'll have low blocks. So in this environment, that means they all have non-blocks.
Exactly, especially with Gravity Hold, another outlier in this tournament.
Well, that's one that I could block with them, but I'm not blocking them with them. So basically, I've got 10 plus Kachosin non-blocks on my attacks, so that's rough.
So game 1, that was
fun. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was quite fun to watch from our perspective. But then, and of course, Garrett takes his time. He is Garrett Brett, known for that.
I sure like.
But if we go to game 2, you had kind of a rough start.
Can we go back to game 1 again? I really liked it.
I don't blame you.
I mean, it was very simple. I've got like the health.
It was
dodged for half of one.
It was more of a. You know, I saw you start with a pretty rough hand. You had a couple of attacks. I mean, not necessarily a bad thing for Zoe, but going in, you're going second. You can sort of attack.
Yeah.
But you did check a 2.
Wasn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
I did that a few times.
Yeah, did check a 2. And then on top of that, we had another card come online very early. High Seas Adventure.
Love it.
I think you've heard of it.
Yeah, I love it.
You might have heard of that
I think
card.
I got 2 out of myself.
Yeah, if we could bring up High Seas Adventure real quick.
Is that it? No, that's.
Oh, yeah, of course. Here we go. So if you could see High Seas Adventure show up on the screen here, we can highlight some of the strengths of the card. And at that point, you really get to see the highlights of it. So here it is. A 3/4, no block, but it has arguably one of the most powerful effects in the game currently, which is all remove after an attack is played, it gets Flash.
Yeah.
Now, what does the Flash keyword do?
Flash keyword skips straight to the block step. There is no enhance step.
There is no enhance. And in most of the, cards in the game, I believe, have an enhance.
Yeah, so my Flying Spear is based around multiple.
Exactly.
His deck is based around Navos and Robert Kick, both of which need their enhances.
Exactly, and you could see this represented in both lists. Garrett running a very high number. You running 3, is that correct?
Yeah, that was a last-minute change.
Yeah.
I still don't know if I regret it.
I mean, I wouldn't regret it as much. I mean, you got far with it.
I do always try to go 5-5-5-5 with my attacks, or 5-6, 5-6.
It makes sense. I mean, the 4-check does hurt a little bit. 3 is kind of risky with 2s, but you did manage to pull it off at that point.
Yeah.
And I would say that the turning point was with Flying Yamato Spear. If we can bring that card up real quick, the Yamato Spear. You have the most dangerous game when you get this card online. Flying Yamato Spear.
Sure is fun.
And
there it is.
It's coming up.
Yep.
They'll get it up for. So they'll get it in there.
Oh yeah,
for
it's spelled very racist. When it comes up.
More traditional, I guess is what you could call it. So, but if I'm not mistaken, it's a 5 difficulty attack. There it is, on a 2-check.
Oh, I love that.
That is a +3 low block, but 6 high 6, multiple 1 range safe.
Oh, yeah.
And the multiple gets safe.
Okay, so the safe part is actually one of the most important
parts of the match. Now, the big reason of that is because of the high amount of reversals that Felicia plays.
Oh, yeah.
And we see that with Hien Shipukyaku. And
little
of course,
Robert
Little Robert Kick. And then, of course, Nivos.
Yeah.
Which, if we want to bring up Nivos, that's where the matchup comes into play. And it is a dangerous game when that card comes into play. Mostly because of, well, those abilities.
Yeah.
The top enhance. For the rest of this enhanced step, whenever your opponent passes on enhanced state, it gets +1 damage.
And who boy do I not have a lot of enhances.
Exactly.
I have like forms to gain momentum and responses.
Yeah, and when most people look at the card right away, they go, oh, stats-wise, 2 mid-6, 5-3 +1 high block. The +1 high block's really good. 2 speed though, and then they look a little lower at that bottom enhance.
Yeah.
If your opponent passes on their next enhance, you get +4 speed. That's kind of dangerous, I would say. Wouldn't you agree?
A little bit. 18-4. Yeah.
You took
I took a 12 damage one and then 2 extra from the dragon.
Yeah, you took 12 damage, 2 from the Dragon of Kyokugen, and that is a lot of damage. Now, what do you have to say about this card? In your opinion?
It's wicked annoying.
It's wicked annoying.
But there's a reason I kept throwing spears and trying to only throw spears.
Exactly.
Because I know that's the guy's game plan. Block reverse with this.
Exactly. And now, this is Garrett Brett's potential 3rd year.
Yeah. Winning Worlds.
Maybe winning Nivos with Worlds with Nivos.
An air wall Nivos.
An air wall Nivos, yeah. And high deck count.
Yeah, 70.
Low attack count.
Yep.
Still doing the same thing.
Yep, I understand.
No, it's just.
I tried to throw
it's
a
little
bunch of
mind blowing, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, and of course, game 2, you checked a 2 on a. On a 6.
Was that the one that got misrepresented?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So to highlight that. It was not a toy touch, which Sean and I believed it was. It was actually a delta kick.
Yeah, it was on a 6.
Yeah, it was on a 6. So, of course, he couldn't have done anything about that.
My plan was to use the delta kick, gain a momentum, put them down, pick the spear up again, hopefully hit a 5 on that, multiple out, win.
And, of course, you have to go for it.
Yeah.
If you don't go for it when you have a game up, you kind of second-guess yourself. You go back in. And you could highlight the thought process on that a little better.
I mean, sometimes it just comes down to check 5s and win.
Yeah.
That's what the meta is these days, boys.
It's true.
Our last game went to game 4 because I wasn't drawing attacks. I think that was clearly highlighted.
Yeah, I would agree.
That's a lot out of your league.
Yeah, that was.
Can't hit a man with that.
That was definitely a thing. And, of course, that pretty much brings it to an end. I mean, game 3 was the exact same scenario.
Oh, my God. I whiffed a 2 check on turn 1, didn't I?
Whiffed a 2 on 1.
Wasn't that great?
Double high seas adventure.
Yep, both of us, right?
Both of you.
Yep.
Yeah. But Garrett had the ability
He had the ways to take away mine. Yeah. I just sat there for minutes trying to calculate if I could save one of them.
Yeah, I want to ask you. Had you high seas adventure the slash claw, what were you expecting him to play afterwards? That exact board?
So what I was the Nivos was unexpected when he played that. I just went, oh, I'm dead.
I mean, yeah. At that point, it's kind of a.
The expectation was Little Robert Kick into Big Robert Kick, which would do 16.
Right.
Me being at 18, so I could not out of your league any of the. Even though I wanted to out of your league his Ever Hopeful coming down,
right?
But that would do 3
which
to me,
Sean and I actually highlighted.
Yeah.
If had you done that, it would have clogged his card pool drastically.
It would have clogged his card pool, but Felicia gives such an obscene bonus to checks.
It
just doesn't matter at all.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not like he would have tapped anything worthwhile.
Exactly.
And the combo comes afterwards.
He had like 11 foundations.
Yeah. So it did not matter.
It did not matter.
It mattered. I think in the first game I did that to him.
Oh, for sure.
And that felt good.
Oh, it did. I could see the excitement on your face when we cut to the camera. I was like, oh, wow, he's really excited about that.
That was funny.
But, of course, I think that the High Seas Adventure not being played there kind of did seal the deal for Ever Hopeful bouncing and all that stuff.
Of course, yeah.
Sealing on another card, if we could bring up Hatred of Autumn real quick, that card really, I think, seals the deal on this. It defines the matchup a lot.
Yeah.
Because it seals your opponent's all Death or Earth Foundations, and it could give +1 or -1 speed at any commit.
Do we know if he sided that in or not?
No.
No, he mained that?
He mained that.
That prick probably mains one of that and found it on like turn 2.
Well,
and he's like, oh, good, High Seas Adventure.
I could be mistaken, but he did have it game 1.
Oh, yeah.
Or it might have been Dust in the Wind.
It didn't matter because he just got speared.
But either way, Hatred of Autumn
defines
the matchup drastically. You see it come in line when you see High Seas Adventure, when you see Heart of the Mountain, when you see Short Fuse, which Short Fuse would have been great against Ever Hopeful.
Yeah.
But Again.
Sure Fuse doesn't beat Ever Hopeful.
Oh, that's right. No, it does come down.
Yeah, Ever Hopeful
it's before the block step. You are correct.
But it stops Templar.
Templar, which was detrimental. Doesn't get the advantage on the draw or the health.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, it's a tough matchup.
It was good, though.
It was good. I would say you played well. I mean, a little nerves, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it goes with stupid little math here or there. I knew he could blow me out of the water.
It goes without saying, he is an accountant. He knows the math.
Yeah.
But either way, congrats on your top 8.
Yeah.
Well represented.
I got 1 box.
High five.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. And that will wrap up the interview, and we will come back with more.
Am I the more?
Could be.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
No, we're going to come back.
I scrubbed out of teams because Rodney doesn't know how to win.
No, we're going to come back with an interview with Sean and Garrett afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tell Garrett I said hi.
Absolutely. Will
Sean's
do.
just kind of there.
All right, and thank you for the interview again.
Yeah.
All right.